Peace, love, and balance, everybody. Peace, love, and balance, y'all. It's your girl Isha, the goddess of wisdom, also known as Goddess on the Rise, the Copper Queen, the Power Hootie Queen, breaking this sacred energy exchange T2, y'all. Y'all, and happy Indigenous People Day. I'm not sure if everybody got to get out work, but it is a holiday. It's Indigenous People Day. I believe the kids is out of school and stuff like that, so that's good. And I hope for y'all parents, if y'all do have a day off, just like my grandparents used to do, they would be like, "We about to talk about, talk about what this is really about." We used to be at home. My grandparents used to talk about the stuff that's actually going on. Okay, like what's these holidays really about and the history behind it. Peace, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. So as y'all, if you do not know, I'm American Indian. I'm Cherokee. My grandmama, my great grandmama, on both sides, my mother and father is Cherokee. Like we kept it tight. Okay. So my grandmother, our matriarch, passed away back in 2020 at the age of 94, and it was just we've been away from my spiritual practice for a very long time, as we all know the story. We've been in Christianity, some of us still are, and that's fine. But we hadn't really practiced nothing like spiritual probably since my grandfather passed away. My grandfather passed away when I was like, I think I was like 7 or 8 or something like that. So that's what I want to talk about today, y'all. This is a day where we need to like really remember our ancestors. I've already done burnt. I done took a spiritual bath. I definitely have an altar set up and burning candles for them. I've been doing my ancestor work because y'all, the veil is thinning, and as the veil is thinning, the ancestor presence gets to thrive more. So if you do want to connect with your ancestors, this is the time to do it. I will say this, y'all, as the season is changing, it's autumn season, we're going into daylight saving, the winter solstice, your energy could be kind of chaotic. People's emotions and moods can be up and down. We got a full moon in Aries, I believe, this Thursday or something like that. So fire, maybe tempers, or even burning stuff. You could be like me. I accidentally burnt my comforter. So like I was burning some sage and I dropped it. So stuff like that, little stuff like that happening. But that's all just the shift right now. Because we in a lot of plantation. Y'all see my selenite? I just bought this weekend from a girl, and I've been cleansing myself with it. Okay, I've been. Thank you for asking. I've been hanging in there because this energy shifts, y'all. When we're going through ascensions, that's another thing. When we going through ascensions, y'all, you get tested in every way. It could be, so especially to things you hold dear. You can have car troubles. You could have, house trouble stuff going on with your house. Like I had a leak, y'all. I got to get a leak fixed right now. It's a leak in my roof, and I'm like, what? But hey, it's a lot of the hurricanes going on. They got bigger problems. People done lost houses, so a leak versus losing my whole house is minor. So always be mindful. There's always somebody going through something worse. So don't ever make it more worse than what it is. Everybody is going through something, and that's what I said. So learn how to really stay humble, and not humble, but stay grounded during those chaotic times, y'all. So y'all, I'm drinking me some tea. I'm gonna show you my teapot. I'm drinking me some tea. Look, I got it. Hold on, let me pour it in here. Yeah, so look, this is, by the way, y'all, if you do not know, I do tea readings. And this is some serious tea, y'all. I do tea readings, so if you want to sit down, but now you do have to be in person for those. Because you have to drink the tea while we sip and talk. And then afterwards, I'll read your cup. All right, read your fortune and your cup. So if y'all want to book those are on my services. Email me at sacredenergyexchange222@gmail.com so you can get a tea reading. Green. No, I don't use green tea. You have to use a specific kind of tea because so it can be red in the cup, y'all. Y'all get y'all some tea, and look, y'all. I was gonna smoke out of my chiefest pipe, but it got clogged. Look, I've been chiefing so much, y'all. It's clogged. I gotta figure out how to get it unclogged. I've been trying to clean it, and I've been chiefing so much. But this is actually it's a tomahawk. It's a tomahawk pipe. That's how our ancestors used to do it, right? And that's why I said that's another thing. Smoke y'all some herbs. Smoke y'all if you're to. I tell people if you're gonna smoke tobacco, I do not recommend cigarettes. This is nothing against people that smoke cigarettes, but I recommend you find some organic pure copper. I actually have some. I put some on my altar, and I put some in a candle too. That's another thing. Tobacco is a huge way to connect with our indigenous ancestors because they smoke tobacco, but it was way before all the tobacco we got now that's laced with harsh metals and chemicals and all that stuff. That's why they was 100. That's why the shaman, like I'm a shaman, y'all. That's why the shamans was smoking tobacco, and they was 100 and 200 something years old. So if tobacco was truly bad for us, y'all, it would have been killing us back then. Now the stuff is not pure no more. It's poison now. So but I'm gonna do a little slight smoke session real quick. Y'all, smoking and doing an ancestor session is what it is too. That's where we got that from, y'all. That's where we got all that from. Gotta have a little smoke session. Hold on, I'm doing another one. But yes, y'all, smoking y'all some herb and tobacco. I like smoking. It's called I gotta get some more. I ran out. Blue Lotus, I got some of that, but it's something else. It's called I can't it's a tree and I done had some. I can't remember, but I know where it is because I done bought it before. But it's real good for you. Y'all, we don't always have to smoke weed. You can smoke herbs. That's what I do. I smoke mugwort. That's why I'm trying to think of that other stuff I smoke, but it's written down somewhere, but I can't think on top of my head. But this is look my pipe. Yeah, my cousin gave me this pipe, and I still got it. I wasn't even smoking when he gave me this pipe, so he must have knew I was going to be. So this is I have some herb in here, some I have a blended little thing going on in here, but like you can put rosemary. Like I said, you can smoke sage. I grow sage myself, so you can smoke sage. You can pretty much smoke any herb, y'all, and then blend it. I tell people blend it with your THC or whatever your case, or your cannabis and all that stuff, and then do a combination of them all, y'all. So look, y'all, this is gonna be a quick reading. I just want to get on here to just pay my respects, cause for Indigenous People Day. So I'm gonna show y'all some books that a lot of them I have read, and a lot of them are one of them books where you just keep going back to it too. So first one up, y'all know the Trail of Tears. Okay, let's ring the bell. Look, the Trail of Tears. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and they got Trail of Tears. Oh, excuse me, I can't even talk right. Trail of Tears markings like everywhere. If you drive around enough, you'll start seeing them signs and placards and historical placards of what happened in this location and what happened in that location all throughout Tennessee, y'all. So it got the rise and fall of the Cherokee Nation. Okay, the rise and fall. This is a pop. I feel like this is a popular book. I highly recommend it. And then y'all know since they celebrating Columbus Day, they came before Columbus. All right, yeah. I feel like this is a popular book that people know about, but I'm gonna share it again anyway. The African Present in Ancient America. This one I highly recommend. This is a new book, y'all. I just got this book, so I haven't even read this yet, but I'm still sharing it. American Indian Medicine. Exactly. I don't browse through it. It's so many herbs in here that we just don't know we supposed to be tapping into. It's herbs. And actually, it's not herbs. It's trees. That's why it was so terrible when they cut down our trees. Our trees, the actual tree trunks, had medicine growing in a tree. You could cut a tree open and it was medicine in the tree. Literally. The trees we got now, they're pretty much dead. They're not strong like our trees that we used to have. So that's another thing, y'all. Medicine, baby. That's why we were so sick. That's why Avatar, what were they doing? Attacking them trees and stuff. They always attack them trees. Look, and Pocahontas, what are they doing? Cutting down trees. Indians of the America. Now this, y'all, this is one of the books. I got this thrifting, so I don't know if it's still in print, but you could try to find it. And the dust jacket didn't come with it, so I don't even know what the original dust jacket looked like, if it had one. But it says Indians of the Americas. So this is, you see, this is a good book right here. Hold on. Give me one more second. Okay. And then look, Tribes that slumber. I feel like you can find this. This is probably still in print. It got Indians of the Tennessee region. Now look, I know everybody's not from Tennessee. I'm just from Tennessee, so a lot of my books, obviously, since I'm born and raised in Tennessee and I'm native to the land, are geared towards that. But like that book, American Indians, that I still got books that's about speaking about us overall, like this one too. America's Fascinating Indian Heritage. Indian heritage. Look, I can't talk today for some reason. Indian heritage, y'all. So look, this is a good book too. I got this thrifting, same thing. I don't know if this is I don't know if this is still in print. Cause that's another thing, y'all. I don't know if you live here in Nashville, Tennessee, the Southern Festival of Books is coming up, and that's where I be getting these books from. Okay. That's exactly why I be going to these, because a lot of the book festivals, go to a local book festival in your town, or even go to libraries. If you know See, if you keep up with your libraries, at certain times of the year they have to give away books and they can't sell books that were free. So you could, I used to do that too. I used to go to the library with my grandparents, and when they was giving out books, y'all could go through the books and get books for free because it's a public and place anyway. So go to these libraries when they going through getting rid of. I done got books like that at libraries that are getting rid of books because the books are old and they got to get new copies in and new editions in. And I'm like, I'll take those, for free, y'all. And then here we go. Look, this one too. I haven't read this one yet. It's called North American Indians. That's another thing. People don't think. People keep forgetting. It got before. Hold up. North America Indians before coming of the Europeans. Before before the coming of the Europeans, y'all. And that's another thing. Make sure when you're getting books, you know, look at these titles. Even look at if you can Google it and look up the reviews and stuff like that. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. So look, this is the time that I feel like today. I know this is crazy, and it's crazy that I'm doing this now. But I remember I used to I was having fun, but I used to want to go outside. Fall break and stuff when I was growing up. We wanted to go outside and play. But nah, my granddaddy and them was like, nah, we sitting at this table and y'all about to read these books. That's ring the bell. And I was like, what? And we could go out and play later, but y'all about to read these books. And then when you get done, you got to write a paper about what you learned. And if you ain't got nothing to write about, he going to be like, excuse me? What you mean? And I mean, look, it means you. So you need to keep reading until you can write something that you know about. I recommend that. I'm like, it's a lot of things that my grandparents did for us that I'm going to be repeating when my time comes to have children. I recommend it because that stuff stuck with me all this time. That's what I'm saying. I was real young, and that's the time that their brains are easily molded because they're at an age of submissiveness. You see what I'm saying? They're at age to learn and receive because they don't know anything. And you are their parent, guardian, superior to them. So they're gonna pretty much do what you say, and that's your job to make sure you don't lead them astray. So let's ring the bell on that. Because we have had parents and guardians that has led their own kids astray and taught them wrong as well, though. So teach your kids right, y'all. So I want to talk to the main thing. Those are just some books I wanted to recommend. But the topic I want to talk about is ancestral healing. Ancestral healing is a big deal. I'm talking about a big deal. A lot of us are still in certain places in our life, spiritually and emotionally, because we haven't healed our ancestors. And that's why I tell people I do ancestor readings. You have to contact me for a consultation appointment for those, so I can tap into your energy before we, do the reading. But y'all, our ancestors still are angry about a lot of stuff. That's another thing. Our ancestors are still angry about everything. The Trail of Tears to them just happened yesterday, especially if their spirits are still stuck here. And as we know, a lot of them, they didn't get proper burials, especially here in Tennessee. There's a lot of burial grounds in Tennessee. Like they have a lot of burial grounds in Tennessee. And then I went to one over there by the Bell Witch in Adams, Tennessee. And then they said we couldn't go up there. And I said, why not? Because they said it's American. They said it's an Indian burial ground up there, and every area is not marked. So it's certain tombstones in certain areas, but certain areas that are not marked. So they don't. It's not allowed to even walk on the ground. You want to know why? Because probably some stuff done happened to some people. Oh my God! They actually stole a body from a cave down there. Some people broke in and stole. I talked about this one time before on the live, but they stole one of the. It was a body. It was American Indian girl, and they stole her body from in the cave, and she's missing. So stuff like that, y'all. And these and y'all know shamans. So these shamans and these ancestral spirits that are still in that same traumatic place they was in when they left, even all this time ago. Even all this, it don't matter because time is not something they go by on that side anyway. So to them, this just happened yesterday. All right. Some of our ancestors want revenge. It's so much stuff. So that is our job in our physical bodies, because we are our ancestors, to go get the help that we need, y'all, for real, and learn about it. That's another thing. We need to learn so we can understand what we're feeling. Sometimes we don't even know how to understand what we're feeling. We could be mad about some stuff randomly and don't even know where that anger is coming from. Okay? You probably got PTSD from your ancestral pain because it ain't been getting addressed. I'm serious. And then stuff that you don't even realize that could trigger you from people at work. It doesn't matter. You could be in a grocery store. And it happens to everybody. That's nothing. It happens no matter what your nationality is. It happens to everybody. All of us have ancestral healing to do because our ancestors were at war. Majority. Before we was born, it's a lot of war and the ancestry between other cultures. That's the healing that needs to be done by us physically here alive today and creating the peace. You know what I'm saying? And that's what karma is here for. Let's ring a bell on this. That is what the karma energy is here for, y'all. So that's another thing. You don't the universe is taking care of everything and our ancestors. So what goes around come around. You will reap what you sow, even if your ancestors did it. You gonna have to physically pay for it, and it doesn't have to be bad either. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna have to pay for what your ancestors did. And I told y'all, but I just posted about this. Everybody's ancestors has done some crazy stuff. Melanated cultures have owned slaves. We know that. You know what I'm saying? So we can't pretend like this karma is not making sense. That's why I said you got to go study. So it wasn't just all. That's why I tell people, my grandmama was never a slave. My grandmama that passed away when she was 94 and 24, she was never a slave. Not one time. There's nothing in history about her ever being a slave. She wasn't. She wasn't. So everybody didn't come from slavery. We gotta stop thinking that too. It's a whole nother version that you need to tap into. We not slaves, and then we all didn't come from Africa either, even though our African roots run deep. Okay, but we all didn't come from Africa either. We traded with Africans and traveled, and just like they traveled here, we traveled there. So we commune. We did, and we had relations with them. That's another thing. Once we traveled the world, seeing there was other melanated indigenous people all across the land. People did do that because we couldn't. The travel part was so you could find your husband or your wife, and so we did. That's another thing. We had exchange cultures. So we had babies with Indians and Africa, and that's still happening now. Everything that's happening now was happening back then, willingly. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, whatever tribe you was a part of, you was related to everybody in that tribe, so it was really nobody to marry you. That's why the symbolism of Kokom leaving his tribe and coming to a whole nother tribe that he didn't have no blood relatives, so he can get married and have some babies. Man, it's ring the bell. You can't have babies. You really don't. My supposed to have babies with the people that's a part of your tribe and community and all that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to go outside the tribe. You're supposed to go outside the tribe and find and then y'all and same thing. And you supposed to and the man is actually supposed to leave. That's another thing. The man is actually supposed to leave his tribe and come to another tribe. That's how it was. But we got to get back to our practices too. I personally think our practices with marriage and all that back then, which is where jumping the broom came from, was very beneficial. We got destroyed, y'all. That's another thing. We keep saying marriage the way we've been doing it don't work. Yes, it did. It worked before we got colonized. Yes, we was fine. We was together. That's you seen Avatar. That was literally that was the best. The first I'm talking about the first one too. That was the best movie they did. I feel like showing how we was. And what was there? There was a mother and a father. And they ran that whole freaking tribe. And everybody knew she was the mother and that was father. The chief. You know what I'm saying? That was marriage was fine. We got colonized. And the Trail of Tears happened. That's what destroyed the families and our love and our culture. That is the damage that all this stems from that we in right now. So that's why we gotta heal and get it's not about getting back, but it's definitely about getting present though. And sometimes you gotta take some trips down memory lane and redo some things to get back to the present moment. I did. I done had crying moments about like when you start having ancestor unlockings, y'all, and ancestral dreams. I done had all that happen to me. I done randomly be in a moment where I'm sitting here having a vision and seeing what happened and seeing and everything and seeing and feeling how they feel and how they felt, and I can feel it like today. So that pain has to be purified. I tell people via spiritual baths, staying herbal, like I said, with herbs that help with stress and anxiety and knowing herbs and stuff like that to know what to get. Literally, we're healing ourselves from the inside out so we can thrive. Because we had peacekeepers. I'm a peacekeeper, y'all. I'm actually against war because it's too deadly. It's not necessary. It's not. War is the last result. It's the last and only result is war. It's always last. It's never first. But we done got into a place where we ready to fight, kill. Like it was some stuff that happened, and I'm glad I wasn't around this past weekend, and I'm glad that people were safe. I don't know, but it's like we so quick to kill. It was a shooting. I'm gonna just talk about it. It was a shooting in Nashville, and I was like, y'all, that's how it's crazy here. I don't know why that It's so, why are we so quick to pick up a gun and shoot each other? That's another thing. Do you realize how much, healing we gotta do so we can stop just killing each other? I'm traumatized, y'all. I'm glad. I'm not saying where it happened, but because I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's an event that I normally work that I didn't work, and I'm happy. And something told me not to work it because that's just over with, and I'm glad I didn't. And that was definitely my ancestors protecting me, because it was that's what I said. And people don't get that. People don't think nothing happened in Nashville, Tennessee, and yes, it do. Everybody hears so much about Memphis that I'm like, nah, baby. Nashville, Tennessee is darn near war zone. That's why I don't hang with nobody. And I stay in my house where I am right now. Outside of me working, going to get me something to eat. Like the other night, I had to go get some new pots to plant. I'm repotting plants right now, y'all. I got some more plants I'm gonna repot today. Minding my own business. You know what I'm saying? And being at peace. Okay, what is that? We accept your child you want. No, we ain't doing that. Now we against war, y'all. It's too much love and peace to have, and to be at war. It really is. War is not necessary. War means somebody gave you absolutely no choice, and that just means we didn't even. No, there's always a way. There's always a solution before we choose death and just to kill. Because every time, because we lose too many people, we lose too many. First of all, everybody know which is what it used to be, but I know times have changed. But back then, all the men and sons that were old enough, because they didn't go by ages like 18 and 19. If your butt was big enough to carry a bow and arrow, and you was already getting taught how to fight when you was like 3 and all the way up until now, so them boys was ready to fight. They could have been 12, 13. So women was losing their sons at war because women had to stay back. And that's how we got outnumbered too. Like, as far as women outnumbering men today, that's how that happened from war, because all our men is always fighting and killing. And we need y'all, so we really need y'all to stop fighting and killing. I'm being so serious. I be crying about it. Like, it ain't no men, because they're killing and fighting each other. Like, that's the only option. That's literally the only option. You had to kill another man, or it's not. I'm gonna keep saying that there's not too much women on women crime. That just not women. It's not like that. But it's always man on man crime. Highly, and it's like, what's going on, man? Let me read my bed. Hold on. Like, what's going on with that? And I don't want to be around a bunch of men that can't be support each other. I don't think women get that. Men ain't supposed to be fighting. How did we have all them successful armies and tribes back then? Those were brothers in arms fighting together and protecting the women. Don't they teach that in the military? Do they still teach that? This is your brother next to you and no man left behind. What happened to that? What happened to that? That's what said. What is the hate about? What is the hate? That's what this is, y'all. This is hate. What is the hate about? That you got to kill another man. And then it's always innocent people that get hurt in these situations too. So we gotta be we have to get back to our spiritual practices, y'all. Because if you stay in tune with the universe, you don't want to cause harm. Nothing about Mother Nature is deadly except when she having natural disasters, like right now, all these hurricanes going on. And if y'all live in Nashville, Tennessee, or Tennessee in general, these tornadoes will be having. Other places that have earthquakes and all that. But that just means she upset and something's going on. She's a reflection of us. So she's having floods, sinkholes, volcano eruptions, tsunamis, tornadoes. That is a reflection of us, and she got to shake some shit up, baby. But if she's taken care of, she's loving, she's healing, like all these herbs I be telling y'all about. The trees grow fruit that we can eat. That's another thing. Why would you cut down trees and they was growing everything, y'all? Y'all just don't know how beautiful this land used to be. But there used to be, it was like there would be trees every time you walked somewhere. It was a tree growing some what they call it. It's a song. I think Nina Simone was singing, and it's called "Strange Fruit" or something like that. But just some random, the universe, she just start blessing you with a new fruit to try. You know what I'm saying? Just and stuff that they probably say now will be an endangered species or the endangered plant that it doesn't grow anymore. She starts dying, y'all. She's not growing the stuff that she can grow plentiful, and when she's loved and the land is taken care of. We're not doing that. We became too civilized, as they say, like living in houses and not living on the land, so we don't care about the land because we're not living off of her, which is why farming is good to pick up. I got to start doing winter gardens. I did a winter garden once or twice, but that's a lot of work, y'all. And that's how you know how hard they was working, because you can grow the tough green. I don't grew turnip greens, so farming all year round, because during the winter months you can still grow stuff too. And baby, and then your energy goes down during the winter time naturally, because the earth is taking a break and it's in a sleep state. So naturally we want to go to sleep. That's why certain animals hibernate. We supposed to be sleeping too, y'all. We actually supposed to be resting. We're not supposed to be working jobs all year round. That's actually unnatural. You're actually supposed to rest. Your body is shutting down. So you're supposed to be getting up to shower, eat, sleep, stay by the fire. You know what I'm saying? Meditate, herbalate, repeat, and be at peace. This is the time of rest of the season. That's why I love autumn and the winter. But I'm about to have to work this winter, y'all. This election year been tough. And like I said, I just got this leak and I gotta get fixed. And I'm like, so even me, I'm working all winter. I'm not normally I take like a month off, a month or two off, and I actually don't do events like that after October. And if I do, it's like one event a month that'll get me out the house. But now this season, I'm stacking these events up, y'all. I'm stacking these events up because it's just time. But y'all, that's really I feel like that was the main thing I want to talk to y'all about ancestor healing and how important that is for everybody. No matter what your heritage is and your nationality is, once we all heal our ancestors, then which is healing ourselves. When we heal ourselves, we heal our ancestors, because we're the captain of this ship, your body, right? You're the captain. You're in control. The Islam, all right? So what you say goes. What you choose to eat says a lot about you. What you choose to drink, who you choose to hang with, speak to, carry yourself, and all that's all your control. So you got to get control of yourself so you can help your ancestors, okay? And then they'll support you because they support your growth, you know what I'm saying? And then they healing. And once we get to a healed place, things is going to change. That's when they start really changing, y'all. I'm talking about really changing. So look, y'all, I am open today. My shop is open here in Nashville, Tennessee. I tell people you have to follow me on social media so you can get my information if you want to contact me, so you can pick something up from my shop. I do pickups. It's not a pop-up, so it's not a. I tell people if you want to browse some stuff, you have to go online. That's what my website is for. You can look online and see what it is, or you can go to my Instagram page, The Copper Queen, and I periodically do videos and I show people the live of the stuff so you can see it up close a little better. If you want to do that, but this is a pickup shop, y'all. And y'all know I got my new metaphysical stuff in. So, and I actually just bought some more jewelry. So I got some jewelry coming in. It should be here within the next 2 weeks. And I still got some events this month if people are able to attend. And if you can't, y'all know I ship out. goddessontherise.life. I ship out. Purchase yourself something online, please. And y'all support Indigenous peoples. All right. I am Indigenous. I do not work for anybody else. I'm a full-time entrepreneur and a homeowner. And I tell people I'm not single. I'm in a committed relationship with myself. So I'm not single. I'm in a committed relationship with myself because I'm building my legacy and building my life up. And honestly, I'm building with the people that I align with, that we're benefiting. We benefit each other and stuff. But as of right now, I'm just kind of solo dolo and build with who I can. And that's honestly how I've been successful, until you'll know when your tribe show up. That's another thing. Your tribe gonna show up. All right. Your tribe ain't gonna show up necessarily all at one time. It can, but they're gonna show up in different times in your life. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be one person here, then one person there, and then in time, and a lot of time in between happens too. Like it could be a lot of time in between before you meet another person. And that's the thing. Be prepared for your circle to be small. See, people think it's so big. Like, don't get me wrong. I remember when we had the Cherokee Nation, it was hundreds of thousands of us, right? It will get there. It will get there. But right now, focus on who on your vibration and who resonate with you and who moving the way you're doing and making the moves that you're doing. And y'all are in peace and harmony and on the same spiritual level. Yes, another thing. Be around people on your spiritual level. Let's ring the bell. Be around people on your spiritual level or on a spiritual level you wish to be. Now let me explain this, because I don't recommend people that's on a high spiritual level to hang with people that's not on a high spiritual level, because sometimes other people's habits and practices or energy is still toxic, and it will be it attack you. It attack you. Their demons will attack you. Okay, so I recommend, if you're a person that's a high spiritual person like myself and a healer, the people that hang around you, especially because you're supposed to be doing your purpose, need to be getting healing from you. Like if you do Reiki, if you do counseling, if you do readings, if you do sound meditation, what is it called, the singing bowls and stuff. If you do that, they need to be coming. The only reason why they need to be being around you, because they're getting service. Because if they're not healing, they're not growing, and really they're hindering you. Let's ring the bell. So hang at your spiritual level, y'all. That's where we're at. Hang at your spiritual level. Like I told you, I light a blue candle today, and you can light a brown candle or orange or both. I'd say all three. You know what I'm saying? So I burned that today. Like I said, I burned some tobacco. I'm definitely gonna finish out a smoke session, and I'm drinking tea. Drinking tea, y'all. Drink tea and talk to them and get those answers. Y'all might as well get these ancestor altars up, y'all. Get these ancestors. Put feathers. Y'all see me? I'm rocking my feathers. Put symbols that they used to work with on your altar for them. You see what I'm saying? I got my tomahawk. Okay, I got feathers. My unk and stuff like that. So crystals, and dress the altar up, and put candles on there. Pay homage to your ancestors today, y'all. So I am doing a special today only. You can get 15% off on the American Indian bracelets, and what is this? The American Indian bracelets and the ring to match it. It's a set. It'll be 15% off, and it's a set only. If you don't get the set, you got to pay full price for if you just want one thing. But if you get the set, you get 15% off, so you can rock your American Indian bangle every day. You know what I'm saying? And stay in tune with your ancestors, and stay coppered up, y'all. Stay coppered up. So I can't wait to to show y'all this new jewelry I got coming in. So I love y'all. I know I didn't ring my bell because I just jumped right in, but I love y'all. I'm gonna ring this bell, send this energy back to spirit, earth, air, fire, water, spirit, y'all. So happy Monday, which is Moon Day. Y'all know, pay homage to the moon as well today, because we got an Aries full moon coming. All right, y'all, and happy Lunar Day, and happy Indigenous People Day. Wear your attire today all day. Wear it all the time anyway when you can, but you definitely need to be rocking it today, okay? Peace, love, and balance, y'all. Copper Queen checking out.